Veterans That Rock. What's up, everybody? My name is Sailor Scott. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran and a musician, and this is Veterans That Rock. I'd like to turn it over to introduce my co-host, Zach Rabbit.
Hey everybody, this is Zach Rabbit. I'm a United States Air Force vet and guitar slinger for the Spiders of HPG. This is Vets That Rock, where we talk about all kinds of veterans that are artists, painters, actors, musicians, you name it. We like to tell you about it. If you'd like to see someone special, make sure you throw your name or that name in the comments. And today we have a very special guest, I think, don't we, Sailor Scott?
We have a very special guest today, our first in-person guest, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, Mr. Joey Docil.
Yep. How you doing?
Yeah, very good, very good. Thanks for coming on board.
Yeah, Joey, thank you a lot. We really appreciate it. It's definitely for me an honor to have a Marine Corps vet as our first live guest. If you're going to have a live guest, it better be the best of the best, I think.
Hoorah!
Semper Fi.
Did you
Thank
see?
Semper
you both for
Fi.
your service also.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thank you. I will have you know, Joey, I brought an extra special chair just to rub it in a little bit since I was the chair force. So I hope you
Air
don't
Force.
mind.
I wasn't sure what branch you were, but and I was telling Scott because I my company Kurt Adler, I basically do all the military themed ornaments and decorations because I'm the only veteran that's in the art department, so they give me everything.
That's
So
awesome.
That's
so
amazing. Double whammy.
So I actually I don't have the original. I drew this
Wow.
by pencil and then I colorized it in Photoshop and then we send it to the factory and they did it. So this was one of the personal. Oh, and the of course in storage the American flag he was carrying broke off.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's funny.
wow, that really looks incredible. I mean, that
Yeah, yeah,
how
and
long
this
ago was that?
that I probably did that 5 6 years ago, and then this
My
was for
God.
one of the Marines that I did. I actually you probably see it in I sent you guys a screenshot of the wall of the military that I this is probably 90% my design. So
Yeah.
Probably put a photo of that up right here, actually, when
Yeah, we're gonna
it
put
comes
photos
out.
of these up right here. Very, very cool artwork. Did they 3D print them, Joey, or are they just like kind of
no, I'm a old school traditional artist, so I draw everything by hand. Usually, I start with a blue line pencil, and then I clean it up in Photoshop, and then I give it dimensions. But hand drawn, I did take 3D courses in college, but I am all right. I guess I got a package coming, but I have my brain did not accept it well. When I went to FIT for the toy design uh, uh, um, major, and they were using a program called Cobalt that was so beyond me that I have no idea how I passed. I was like, a chimp trying to learn, geometry.
oh, I
If I
could
can say, I
relate.
think if I could hop in there, that is one of the things I enjoy the most about when I get to interact with the veteran community out and about is especially when it comes to the artistic career field. Like I met someone who recently did a book and they were saying something similar about having to learn how to like incorporate AI to basically make it a little bit better and then put it in the book
Yeah,
and sell it to publishers. And I work with a magician who, as well as having to do like the imagery and stuff, or the illusions on stage, he's had to learn a system called Light Key so that we can make all the lights work and get that big rock and
yeah.
roll experience. And I just think it's so cool that you took that initiative and even that you're humble enough to say you don't think you got it 100%, but I mean seriously, it sounds like you're a real go-getter and I can see that just in the detail of your work. You seem very detail oriented in everything you do.
I have I discovered later on in life that I probably had ADHD my whole life, and then my kids got diagnosed, and they were like, "Who's Usually it's from a parent, and everyone just looked at me. I'm like, "Oh, must be me."
Well,
So yeah, like when I get it,
I was gonna say
uh
that's crazy. We just did was it Jackie Wilson? we were talking about him, and he had an issue with that was undiagnosed. And oh no, no, I'm sorry. The Deo gentleman, remember Scott?
Oh, yeah, Harry Belafonte was diagnosed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, that was an incredible thing to learn about. And like we wondered if that was something that was kind of common in creative people. And it sounds like, you know,
Well,
it
I think
is.
it, yeah.
I think Harry Belafonte was also, I think he was also dyslexic, and that's why his mother brought him back to Jamaica because the schooling maybe understood that better there in Jamaica than it did here at that time. I mean, that's like 19 what, 40 or maybe earlier because he was
I
in
think it was the late
30s.
30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't Belafonte was in the Navy as well, wasn't he?
He was a Navy
Another
guy.
crazy little. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to put that in. I know you don't call a Marine a Navy man. I apologize.
All right. We
Yeah.
are a department of the Navy, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
as
you
the old
did
saying
so
goes.
you did one tour in the Marine Corps and two tours at FIT.
Yes. Actually, probably two and a half.
Gotcha.
Like when I got out of the Marines, it was typical. I was like lost and just went from like one dead end job doing whatever I could do from security to like I think I got a gig where I just got called in to demolish buildings, like which Marines are great at.
Yeah.
And actually, it was a guy named
Oh,
Joe
wow.
Longo who was also a Navy vet from the '60s and '70s. So he would just he was from the dojo, Scott.
Oh, okay.
Um, he used to run the self defense program, and he would just gather up any of the young students who needed money, but anyone who was a former vet, he would give presidents to, and he'd give us $100 a day, just go into buildings or houses, and he'd give us a sledgehammer and just break shit up, throw it out the window.
And now you can go to a place and pay for that.
Yeah, yeah,
There's like
yeah. It's like
smash places like
yeah,
you're like
like
no
stress
thanks.
therapy. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
If I could get in, I was wondering, could we take a quick step back and just kind of learn a little bit more about your early history? Like, have you always been an artist? Was this a goal you've been chasing
Yeah,
your whole life?
yeah. Because I came actually I immigrated in 1971 from the Philippines. I was 5 years old, and
Oh wow.
yeah, and we moved to Manhattan when Manhattan was not good. I mean, we literally had an apartment on Central Park West, and it was a war zone. It was not Manhattan at the time was horrible. Like you would literally see homeless people at the park burning trash cans to keep warm. That kind of situation.
Yeah.
And
Like the Warriors or something.
yeah, yeah,
Women
exactly.
Warriors.
The '70s was crazy. New York was a hot mess. I mean, like there are so many abandoned buildings, and the fact that an immigrant family, our first address was 79 West Central Park.
Wow.
It was, but it wasn't like, oh, it wasn't. It's not what it
I've
was
heard
now. But
Were you how old were you
rough and tough streets.
I was
how
five.
how old were you in 1977 during the blackout?
Oh, I think I was like I was 11, and
Oh,
I remember the blackout because I was taking a shower and I thought my brother was playing a trick, and I
wow.
was started yelling, screaming, and it's like, oh, everything is black, everything is dark.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, but
That's crazy
so
for me. I've never been to a city. I mean, I've visited New York a couple of times, but I can't even imagine looking out your window and just seeing pitch black out there. It's got to be
and then the
a
other
different
time
experience.
we had a brownout like I don't know the later '90s, and I was in the subway and same thing. I was literally looking down the tunnel to see if the train was coming, and everything went black
Wow.
because it was during the
Oh my
day. But
God.
I was in the subway at the F train. I was looking, and it just went black, and I was like, "Holy crap!" I slowly edged backwards, and I just heard people panicking around me, and I didn't want someone to panic and shove me onto the train tracks. So,
Yeah.
and then everyone went toward the light of where the subway tunnel was. and then you go upstairs and it's broad daylight, but in the subway, it's pretty scary.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
did you end up joining the Marine Corps to sort of like see what else was out there, or
No, well,
was it a plan all
I,
along?
uh, as probably in my early teens, I had an aunt who was married to a Marine, and he was stationed in I think in Virginia, in West Virginia. She was married to an officer, and I think one of my
Oh,
earliest
nice.
memories was him being a really cool guy, and he let me wear his web gear, and he had the old steel helmet, and he let me play. He handed me his pearl handled 45, and I was like yes.
That's
And
funny.
then ever since then, I was
That's what
like,
they
oh,
got me with, too. The 45 is a badass gun.
yeah,
Like that is a nice piece of equipment.
yeah, it is. It's a classic, and and then the history behind it is like that it was that caliber was made to shoot Filipino Filipinos back in
Uh,
11.
Wow.
Well, the
something like that.
Moro,
Yeah.
yeah, because the Filipino Moros used to get all coked up or hashished up, and the standard pistol round wouldn't take them down, so they upgraded to the 45.
Son of a
Wow.
bitch.
Yeah, these
That's
guys
that's
smoke
a
hat. They charge you with a machete, and they'd unload all six rounds from their pistol, and they'd hack you, but
Yeah.
they'd die afterwards. But
yeah.
all right,
Is
so
that I
yeah,
was curious, is that another thing? Is that another reason why your family came over this way? Was it for
we
other
we
opportunities in America, or?
yeah, my mom was to this day the Philippines. I think one of the biggest export was nurses, and my mom was uh, a nurse. She went to a nursing college, and she was actually originally slated to go to Saudi Arabia, and they were going to give her a lot of money, but she didn't want to go to the Middle East, so she actually came to America 2 years before, so
Oh,
she could
wow.
build up some money and then bring us all over, through proper paperwork and everything. So
Oh, of
uh,
course. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and yeah, my dad was he was a college professor. Well, not professor. He was the coach of one of the colleges, and he would a bronze medalist in the Asian Games,
Wow.
and yeah, and he was like he did archery and um, track and field. And then when he came here, he was a grocery boy, and that's what he did. And then because they didn't take any of his credentials, so he had to work his way back up from that and become. And then he became a security guard at Brookdale Hospital, and that was a really good fit because my mom was working there too, so they were both working in the hospital system. And then, like I said, I was enamored with my aunt's husband being a Marine, and I always wanted to from an early age. I wanted to become a Marine, and as
right.
soon as I hit 17, I asked my mom permission to if I could sign up early, and she signed, and but I had to wait for the year to get out of high school, and
Oh, yeah, the family bit.
yeah,
Oh man, that's crazy. I
yeah,
was just talking to my grandfather the other day, and he was telling me about a guy that got in. This would have been in the 50s when they were still drafting people, but he was telling me about a kid that got in at 16, and everyone was wondering how you did that. I knew about the 17 thing, but even I was a little bamboozled on how that kind of stuff happened. That's really cool. Your parents were willing to help you sign off and get that
well,
extra head start.
my mom saw where I was going because we were living in Brooklyn at the time and not a really good area, and I had some kind of I was the only Filipino amongst um, other minorities, but I was the only Filipino, and so she thought I was going to end up in jail, so she'd rather.
Yeah, from what I've heard about that time, New York, I guess that's what a lot of people ended up thinking. I mean, I
He's
wouldn't
40,
know, but
he's 49th in Flatbush in the 70s and 80s was was people look back now and it's like it is what it is. I had to take a bus and two subways to get to high school. I got into the High School of Art and Design in 1980, and it's probably the best experience of my life. I loved that high school, but it was kids from every borough in New York, and on 57th Street and Second, and but just getting to school and getting back was an adventure. I literally
So
saw
you
people
said,
get robbed and mugged all the time.
Damn.
God, well, I'm glad you still. I mean, I was wondering because I was looking at your. It says, you joined the Marines in 1984. And so you started at art school in the 80s. I
Yeah,
was kind of wondering how those two things sort of blended while you were active in service. I know, like for me, once people found out I played guitar, they were always asking me to do that instead of my other job. For us in the Air Force, we would have like a morale kind of thing, and they would
yeah,
usually try and find artists to like make the head thing, or the
yeah,
any
yeah.
kind of art stuff. Is that something you
Any
would get
band,
stuck with when you were in?
I I I did. It started in boot camp. They found I was an artist, and I had to paint the platoon guidon.
Oh
You
boy.
had platoon, flag with the 2096 or whatever. And then when you went to the rifle range, uh, they gave me a pillow, like what do you call it? The the thing you put your pillow in.
Pillowcase.
Right,
Uh,
right, right.
Pillowcase, yes. And
Oh, okay.
I had to paint whatever they wanted. The drill instructors wanted, like they wanted like an inspirational platoon thing. I totally forgot what
Right.
I painted. It was like probably camouflage and a skull.
Well, that's a better gig than having them put bars of soap in the pillowcase and then doing a
Yes,
full metal
yeah,
jacket.
the old pillow party.
Yes.
But,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
then in the 80s, the Marine Corps still every month every year you had to do either mess duty, base security, um, or what was that? It was mess duty, base security, or maintenance.
Hmm.
And they try to rotate you, I guess. Like I I used to do mess duty a
Right.
lot, but because I think now it's all contracted. I don't think Marines do mess duty or any of that shit
Yeah.
anymore.
From when
But
I was, yeah, there was some I never understood how they contracted a lot of that out. I mean, you think,
yeah,
but
you're paying someone a lot of money to do something that they would just tell the boots to do. But when I was first sent to Camp Pendleton in '84 to '85, my first thing was base maintenance, and they found I was an artist. They had me paint the big ass corner boulders that they had in all the like Area 15. There would be a big rock on the corner with the street,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
had me paint the boulder camouflage.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, we want that
What
rock.
is that like?
That's funny.
Is that difficult? Like, I mean, I'm sure there would obviously be some ball busting going on here and there, but like from
Yeah,
an artist perspective, like, is it hard to camouflage something like that?
yeah. You do have to think it up because there was a specific pattern. Like that. It was the old field patterns, the old camis,
Oh,
like yeah,
we call it a BDU.
yeah, yeah. We just I don't know, I think we just call them our camis
Yeah.
back in the day.
Oh no, Marines have a whole other, if I
Yeah,
could just tell the audience a story about a Marine. Uh, on my trail, I was a munitions guy. We'd had trailers that we would drive out to the line, and these little dust caps. They're on trailers, regular trailers, but they fell off, and we're like, "Oh, it's gone. That's toast. It's gonna be in an engine." And a Marine guy just literally looking around real quick saw it on like a fence line. He's like, "Is this it?" And we're just like, "Oh my!" Like, you guys earn everything that you are given, like names in the whole bag, like
uh, it's
crazy.
because we're always looking out for shit. Like any kind of scrap that we can use. It's because when I was in, we were all our gear was secondhand. Like I got out of boot
Wow.
camp in '84, and I was issued my first unit. I was still issued a steel helmet, uh, the old flak jacket. We didn't even have the new Kevlar or the new Kevlar helmets, or which are now ancient. and I was issued.
Yeah.
And I've learned to fire, and was my first issue was an M16A1, and we still
Wow.
had 40. And we still, I think the 45 they issued me was probably from World War II.
Oh my God.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I believe it though. It was uh I guess last question from me from about boot camp. Would that have been around the end of when the draft was happening? I'm not sure when was that still happening in that
I
time frame of your
No,
joining?
I think it was over because I think, that in '84 it was, I in the Marine Corps still at that point. I don't think they didn't have take any draftees. It was all still volunteer.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool to know. Yeah, I apologize for
All
I was
right.
just curious because one thing I always wondered about I got to work with a lot of guys that had done Persian Gulf and it was interesting seeing somebody who had a war mentality based like versus somebody who came in during a peacetime.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering, for someone like you, I assume in that time frame, there probably would have been a couple of Vietnam draftees or
Oh,
vets possibly that had done career. I can't even imagine how those guys would act.
my recruiter was Gunny Ventura, Filipino Marine, and he was a tunnel rat in Vietnam because
Oh,
he was 5 foot.
oh
So yeah, he would, he was scary. He was little, but you could tell he was scary. He would just talk to you and then just space off.
He was in the shit, as they say.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn,
He
that's
had that
crazy.
stare. So,
Wow.
but
oh,
yeah, yeah. So I got in. My first duty station was Camp Pendleton, first FSSG, and then I was 2512. But I was a wireman. I didn't realize it at the time, but they most people from New York or New York City, they wanted you to be in comm because uh, that was what I think the reserve Marine units were here were. So just in case when you get out, if you wanted to go reserve, so I wanted to be in tanks. They're like,
that's
no, you're going to be climbing a tree
cool.
and lugging wire. So
Oh man. Oh man, that's
And
crazy.
was it just the 4 year enlistment that you did?
yeah, that's it. I was in and
Well,
out.
thank you very much for yeah.
Well,
I mean, in and out's still a pretty tough
and
ballpark,
also
especially in some, I'm
they were
sure.
in the later '80s. They were encouraging people to leave. 'Cause they didn't want to retain because it was they were trying to cut the Marine Corps down again. And I remember we were supposed to go when I was stationed in Okinawa. We were supposed to go to Thailand and to several other ports, but they canceled it. They said the Navy budget just couldn't afford, you know, so they were just cutting everything back at that time.
I went through something similar in 2012, and I heard it happens like every 20 years or so. But I mean, it sounds like it worked out for you. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how. I guess that would be a good question next is was it your time in the Marines that did your time in the Marines make you feel or help you reach the next step of of your career goals as far as art
Mm,
and
nah,
life, I
like
guess?
uh, I got out and it was I think I was a mess for like 10, 15 years. just just I was a drunk. Got I got
It's
into
not uncommon.
Yeah, and then I got back and started hanging out with the wrong crowd again. I got into the New York hardcore scene, and it was great music and good times, but it was just not,
Right.
the Marine Corps has always been a fond memory. I mean, you're always a Marine. It's something it's still in me 40 years later. So I'm almost
Right,
60.
right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
well, that's amazing. I was like 60 years of life and sound. I mean, the way you look and talk about it, it sounds like you've done what you wanted to do.
yeah.
You're proud of what you made, and that's what this channel is all about. Is I myself, when I was medically retired in 2019, I didn't necessarily want to get out, but I had a similar feeling where I just lost what I wanted next. And
Yeah,
that's something me and Sarah Scott talk about a lot, and why we love talking to guests like you or analyzing, celebrities and artists of the past, is because there's always seems to be this great theme of trying to figure out who we are in the regular world, and then somehow like we still manage to rise above like phoenixes every time. I don't know. It's a
yeah, yeah. A lot of crashing and burning before you rise up. But yeah,
Yeah.
but
And I hope you know too. Your story is very inspirational. I'm sure to many. I was just looking up comments from. I literally just looked up Joey Docil artwork, and I saw plenty of reviews from like at least the northeast of the country, just saying how much they enjoyed not only your ornaments, but the artwork that you've done, some of the regular drawings
yeah,
I've seen of a lot of military stuff. Scott sent me over the uh, uh, portfolio of a bunch of different things, and you're mentioning the wall at the beginning of this segment. Um, it must be a really great feeling for you to look back and see everything you've created.
yeah. No, it's it's been the past 2 years, especially. I after my third bout of COVID, it kind of messed me up. Like the first two times, it was just like a bad cold, and then a third one, it I stopped drawing for like 6 months. I had no creative. I didn't want to do anything, and then my wife got me an iPad and the iPad pen, and it just my artwork changed. I I
Oh,
I think I improved like by times 10, and I was always a fast artist because I used to do storyboards. I used to do stuff for commercials and stuff, and and FIT taught me how to be a fast illustrator. The Marine Corps taught me how to just keep plugging away at something until you finish it, and then the iPad just like finished it off. Like my art style now is so completely different, and it's taken me. I've started doing more freelance in the past 2 years, and now I'm involved with a couple of big projects with a company called Cannibal Publishing and another one called Crazy Clydesdale, who's out in Arizona, and it's all
nice.
RPG like Dungeons and Dragons. The other one's Weird Frontiers, which is a new kind of genre of role playing games, which it's horror western,
Mm.
and yeah,
There's
it's
such a market for those things right now. Like
yeah,
I met a guy out in Ohio who like said he made 1 million last year selling that stuff.
Like
yeah,
they made that horror, well, like the Red Dead Redemption has like the part
yeah,
where you're like shooting zombies and stuff. It's really cool.
yeah, yeah. So this Weird Frontiers one, I was doing it. I think I've done 3 books or 3 adventures with them, and that was just for that. And we're doing other. I'm probably doing 4 or 5 other books with them. Um,
Are any of the is the one that you some of the pictures, the illustrations you sent me, like the guy being attacked by like these beavers, it looks like?
yeah. Oh no, those are what do you call groundhogs? Not groundhogs.
Groundhogs,
Prairie dogs.
prairie dogs. Those
Prairie
are
dogs. Yeah,
that is that from one of the
yeah. That's from Weird Frontiers from a adventure called Massacre Ground.
let me
All and that's all based off of like local history in Arizona.
this
I
guy
enjoyed doing
here.
that one.
That's cool. Yeah, that looks terrifying.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was like, what if prairie dogs were like piranha?
yeah, I mean that's what
That's
it
a
looks
really
like.
good idea.
Are there
Yeah.
any
Because like
other ones
they
you
will
sent me from
do
here?
that.
What's that?
Are there any other ones?
There's one with the big shark, the megalodon.
Oh, yeah, let me pull.
That's not even out yet. It's going to be a Kickstarter
Is
in
it this one?
December. Yeah, that's
Oh,
just one of the images. I probably did like 30 or 40 pieces for them.
damn, that's really cool.
Yeah,
How do you
and
approach a piece like that? Like, did you design the character, or was there already something in mind?
this company has given me free reign. They're like, we're doing a fantasy adventure based, but in the ocean or the like the in the like anything fantasy evil underwater.
That's
And I was
cool.
like,
Okay.
hey. Like, yeah, I
This one
love
too?
sharks.
This one
Oh,
looks.
that's for Dungeons and Dragons Spelljammer, which
Oh,
is
cool.
yeah, which is like magic sci-fi.
So,
Like
yeah.
they're ships in space, but they're made out of wood and they're powered by magic.
So you drew all of this on the iPad?
Yes.
That's crazy, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is this? Oh, this is another.
That's also for the yeah, that's a a shark demon that's for this Kickstarter that's coming out soon.
That's really cool, man. That's awesome.
And then there's one down, the Patrols in Nam. That was it's not a published piece. It's a guy who is just he does his own kind of like RPG game system, but he hasn't launched it. It's just for him and his friends, and they use Legos.
Oh, I
So
saw. Yeah, dude, I saw
yeah,
you had the Lego guy.
yeah. So I did that for him for his page, and then he wanted
Lego guy.
because he actually now that Lego
Oh,
is
this
kind
guy.
of yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
So
cool.
now all these companies like that can copy Lego are coming out with really awesome military. It's they're not Legos, but it's just as good. So
That's
Right.
cool. You were talking about like you came out of the Marine Corps. So that was like 1988. That's like the height.
yeah,
That's like the height of the New York hardcore scene. If you
yeah,
our viewers don't know what hardcore music is, it's just like really aggressive punk rock, and
yep,
it is really addicting. So you mentioned that you like came out and just like got immersed in the New York hardcore scene. Um,
yeah. A friend of mine was like, "Hey, you want to come to a show with me?" And it was unfortunately I was probably drunk and high, but I do remember it was
Rock and roll. That's what rock's
well,
about.
it was
Sorry.
at I don't remember, it was the Apollo. No, and it was I can't even remember the venue, but it was
it's
metalheads, skinheads, and punks. It was like a 2 hour bloodbath.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was like, I love
sure.
this shit.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because like I after high school I was really into it. This is like 1995, and my mother paid for a whole semester at a community college, and I did not go at all. And then she's
Yeah,
like, "Oh well, so now you got to leave." So I was like, "Okay,
yeah,
I guess I'll join the Navy." But like, it is very addicting. And then once I got out, I was like, "Okay, I'll do my college now." But it seems like you had a very
yeah,
similar trajectory of like
yeah,
after you were like messing around for the within in the scene and stuff, you finally were like, "Okay, I got to get my shit together."
yeah, yeah. Well, a couple of close run-ins with the law, and then one run-in that was probably more than close. I
Gotcha.
was like, I gotta straighten up. So Rancid came by and they were like, "Hey, you guys want a video?" And we were like, "No, fuck you." And they're like, "Oh, we'll give you money." I'm like, all right. But
Rancid. That oh,
I
wow.
so
I just saw them recently.
I'm I'm prominently featured in there. Well, not prominent, but me and my friends are in the Time Bomb video.
Oh, Time Bomb?
Yeah, I'm the DJ. I,
That's
I
fucking cool, man.
I also sent you a screenshot from when we were out on Rivington Street, and they had this classical Cadillac that was part of their set, and they told us they're going to take shoot, yeah, there it is, and
Oh,
they
there
told
you
us yeah, and they told us to keep the riff and the raff away, and we were just like ready to we I was I was they told us not to drink or get high, and of course I was drinking tequila the whole time. So I was like, "Yo, I'm a tough guy. I'm not gonna dance." And like, a bottle of tequila in, I was like, I was I was dancing.
That was this for Rancid?
Yeah, for Time Bomb. Yeah.
Time? Oh, that's fucking cool,
If
man.
you if
Oh
you if
man.
you go if I played the guy who's
Something that like when I was
Is that
there,
growing
it?
up,
there
we were
that's me.
Damn, that's cool, man.
ah!
Was it
They're like,
looking
I was like,
like
I'm not gonna dance.
we did they shoot it through like a 45 like
Yeah.
the hole in the
The
record?
guy just held yeah, he just held the record in front. Yeah.
That's really cool. Skanking.
Yep.
Hell yeah, that's really cool. Damn, that's cool. And then this
Yeah.
is
That was some weird another they we all got invited for it was like an anti-Nazi video rally thing, and so like a lot of the underground kids were Hispanic, Asian, Black, so we all rolled up, and then the singer was this long-haired German guy.
that's funny.
Yeah, he was like he was like a he didn't speak any English, but he rapped in German, and he was an anti-Nazi. And I'm toward the left. It looks like I'm getting choked.
Ah, there you are.
Yeah,
Victory Records, man. Yeah, I just saw Integrity. It was Integrity, Earth Crisis, and Judge just played. It was like a funny bill.
yeah.
Integrity used to be on Victory Records. I think Earth Crisis might have been. That's cool, man. This was Warzone.
That's yeah, and that was in front of CBGB's.
Damn, that's cool. What year is this, you think?
Probably 95 or 96. And
Damn.
that was the first show at the gas station for Oxblood.
Okay.
And that's me, charging my friends over,
That's
running up to
awesome.
the stage.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. And then let's run through some of these pictures here. I don't know why it's all not spread out, but let's go.
Because
What?
technology is not our friend.
Yeah. Plus, I'm older. Zach's the youngest here. He'd probably be the best at this.
That'd be
Yeah, I'm
fantastic.
horrible. It's like every time I get online with people, it's like I'm always, fucking up the connection.
This is like,
Yeah,
They're like,
no, I bet.
you gotta plug your headset in, Joey.
yeah, exactly.
My microphone was literally not plugged in at the beginning of
But
this.
this is early on. This one's
What's that?
early on. This is like 18 years old, probably.
Yeah, that's the goofy Marine Corps boot camp picture. Like
Yeah.
that's the one. That jacket is like it's only like it has no sleeves, and it's only like comes up to the top of your stomach.
Oh.
Oh, so
They
they
didn't.
they just put the same jacket on everybody, right?
Yeah, they had like just a certain amount of sizes, and you're wearing your green undershirt under it, and your cami pants, and then they
Yeah,
put you on the screen and they take a picture.
exactly. They just shaved your head. You're like, oh, here you go.
Yeah, no, that was toward
Yeah,
the
even
end
for
when they were pretty sure you were going to graduate.
Gotcha. Okay, okay, yeah. This is a cool picture.
Yeah, that was a
that's
29
cool.
palm. And look, see the M16A1.
Yeah.
We were training on the M60, and we were firing from the top of that 5 ton, and and we were also learning how to fire the laws.
Ah, gotcha.
With
Here it is.
my gosh, yes. Did those have any issues with jamming on you? Well, I know that was one of the things that a lot of people complain about with the A1. Just curious if it was still an issue when you
I,
guys
I
had them.
I never had a problem with it. It was just that it rattled. That thing was the one I had. It was it was old as fuck. It was like you could tell it was all worn, and that was we were living in Quonset huts in the Mojave Desert. You
Really?
know,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
like
Damn.
Camp Wilson. That
Okay.
talk about a shithole.
Yeah.
That's I've seen that face before for sure. That's
Yeah,
definitely that's what
that,
the face says.
yeah. That's
Making the
48
best of
hours of being awake
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it.
Damn, man.
and like eating
My
five
gosh.
MREs.
Right. Are there any so here's let's pull up these ornaments.
Yeah,
Hmm.
These are the
yeah.
military ornaments you've designed.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
really cool.
and Zach, if you want, I told Scott I was going to grab all the Navy ornaments I've done, and I'll
Yeah.
grab some too.
Oh yeah, I would love that. Yeah, I was kind of looking at your the F-16, I think, up there. I
Yeah,
was kind of I don't know if you have one, but one that might be a big hit is the grenadine or the we call it a piss pot. That was our symbol. You know the munitions symbol. It's like a flaming pineapple sort of thing. You ever seen
oh
those?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
was a big
I
one
think
for us.
that's like from the British, right? The Brits have it also for their
Yeah, it's like a whole international symbol thing.
yeah.
That's one of the nice things about what I did was well, it was funny because they said to me, you're going to deploy, and I was like, nah, I just work with the bombs and the ammo. I'm good. I'm not going anywhere. And then I watched a movie where that was the first thing they overtook, and I was like, what have I done? What have I done? But I always loved that symbol. The piss pot is what we call it in the Air Force ammo, but I know it's all kinds of different names. But that'd be a cool one. I would definitely love to see you do one of those or your take on one,
The thing
just
is,
from the little bits I've seen.
all the cool ideas I ever had get shot down because at the end, it's some guy in a suit says, "Oh, who'll buy it?" And like if it depends on how many they could sell.
I
You
see.
know, like I was trying to push, and we finally did. We're doing a submarine ornament, but for many years, people they
Nice.
were like, "Who's gonna buy it? How many submariners are there?"
Yeah.
I can tell you five right now if you like. I can.
Well,
Yeah, I was lucky enough to meet a couple here in PA actually.
there's actually a guy I want to maybe have you guys connect with, Troy. He's the guy who owns and runs Cannibal Publishing, and he's a Navy vet, 20 years, a submariner, and
Oh
he's
wow.
actually off now because he works for the government. So
I'd love to talk to him. I'm down, Scott.
yeah,
Love to grab.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah.
I'll hook you guys up. He's a great guy also. He was telling me some funny stories about him and on the two subs that he served on. And that was a piece I did for the game called Traveler.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like D&D but sci-fi.
Oh, that's really cool. Like LARP,
Uh,
not LARP, but just role-playing games.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
I was
and
kind of wondering about the Boba Fett too. Is that a Christmas ornament or is
that
that
is that is a 3 foot tall tinsel lawn ornament that lights up.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
cool?
when I was designing, I was like, man, you can't have that in New York; it'll disappear.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, you put that in your lawn, and someone's just gonna. And actually, hold up. Here is all right. One of the other licenses my company does is Elf, so I got to design this initial um, Elf Nutcracker, then Boba Fett,
Boba
and
Fett.
I have many more. But and then also from National Lampoon.
That's funny. The link.
Yes,
And
that's
these
cool.
like
That's funny.
yeah, it's part of the quirks is I get to get some of the earlier like uh, like these are not the cheap ones you buy that you end up getting. Like these are
Nice big
real wood,
hard
you know?
pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's yeah, I really like that one. The Clark.
Yeah.
Um, Let me go back to just share screen really quick. Are there any favorites from the ones you've shared with us, Joey?
I really like the Boba Fett one because that one was they let me do instead of just having like a just wood nutcracker, a lot of that had to be sculpted out of resin. So
Mm.
yeah,
Wow.
it's yeah, they like it would have been too expensive to have someone carve this out of wood all the time, like all these pieces.
Yeah,
So this is mostly a resin nutcracker, so it's really kind of heavy. You could probably so it's a good pound and a half.
gotcha.
And
Uh,
then the other one that they let me do, which I thought was crazy, was Walking Dead. I don't have one because I couldn't get my hands
Ah.
on it. They had me do Michonne's pet.
Huh.
You can Google it on Amazon. It's Michonne's pet nutcracker,
oh,
and it's a nutcracker without a jaw because she removes the jaw in the show.
that's right.
And
She has the
Right.
two zombies
yeah,
with that she keeps
yeah.
around for
And
protection.
so when they told me I could do a nutcracker of them, I was like, "You guys are." I was like, "Who are you guys?
Yeah,
Why are you letting me do this?"
yeah, yeah. That's funny, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I was letting
we,
mom
we
know about that one. She's a big fan of that
yeah,
area.
we had Walking Dead for a while, but like same thing. Your companies lose licenses, gain. Oh, that's the cover for a a game for Crazy Clydesdale for their with mail adventure. You play
Okay.
a group of adventurers, and you know that's one of the scenarios. You get mobbed by a bunch of orcs and goblins.
Orcs. Yeah, that's really cool. I love this one too. This
That is a guy was he's publishing his own books, and he wanted me to do interior art for the story. So
okay.
that's supposed to be like the first um, gargoyle. So that's why it's so massive.
Oh man, that's really cool. I like this one too.
That's for another guy, a Canadian writer. He was It's a short story about a half orc who is had it was a very sad, poignant story. He finds an undead child, and he's like trying to
Mm.
rescue it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Why won't you come back to life?
yeah.
This one's
That's so
badass
cool.
too.
I like that drawing though. It's has a lot of feel to it. Something you don't see in a lot of stuff like that. Like I kind of feel the. I know it
It's
sounds funny, but the sadness in it, you can tell.
this was done also. I mean, this was done on an iPad.
Yeah, but that was probably one of my earlier ones.
Gotcha.
That was for also another Marine vet who does RPG game his own RPG games, and he was doing a horror RPG game based on World War II. Yep, that's it.
That's cool.
I was like, you guys let me do this, and they did.
So it probably sold out in like an hour.
Yeah, I don't think you can find them, and then I think on eBay people are selling them for like 200 or 300 bucks.
Oh man, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gruesome.
it's great work.
Yeah, that's
It's
really
doing
cool.
very well in the aftermarket.
Oh yeah, here's one more of the
Oh yeah, and of course they gave me the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So
oh yeah, yeah, here it is.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
man,
cool
that
looking.
it must be like you probably are like once you get to do these ones, you're like, oh man, these are so much
You
fun.
do great work with color too. Like the vibrancy is very, very.
well, the painting for that I can't take credit for that's like we send that to the factory. I just send them the pencil art and stuff, and but
Gotcha.
Right. Well, the design, I'm sure how it makes it easy to
yeah.
figure that stuff out. But I know it's a teamwork thing, but hey, credit where credit is due. I mean, your work is it's very tasteful and I think it's great.
This one's wild
I
too.
mean,
That's that Canadian author. Uh, he always asked me to draw features from his short stories. So
Okay.
I didn't get to read this one, but it seemed really fun. He like this guy was reborn from that other corpse under him.
Okay.
Yeah, and these undead like priests around her are waking up, and then this female cleric's coming down to see how it's going, and he wanted him to pop up and like have a funny grin on his face,
Ah, that's
but
funny.
he had to be naked, so I had to hide it with the candle.
That's funny. Perfect positioning.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like this
yeah, I
one
love the
too.
detail in it, and yeah,
It's like
Oh,
rock
like I
that's
mean,
paper.
all this stuff really popped out when I was checking it out.
all right. This one is going to go to Kickstarter in next year April. That is going to be the back cover.
Oh, that's cool.
And as you see, I'm referencing a lot of old hardcore and punk stuff.
Yeah, here's the judge. Is it an X or
Uh,
just the judge X?
I think it's just an
Kind of.
X, but
Yeah, yeah. That's
and
cool.
the kind of Joey Ramone looking guy.
Yeah, right there. It's totally
Yeah,
Jerome. Yeah.
and then
Big
the
Game
girl's like an homage to that Australian punk girl, the new one, Amy Sniffer, or whatever.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I love her.
That's cool, man. Oh, this one's
You're
really
still
cool.
you're still going out and seeing the shows in New York.
I was
Like you're still
supposed
an
to go.
active.
It's just I have two kids now. One's a senior in high school, the other one's in college. So it's been hard, and my health has been up and down. So it's
Yeah, you're
it's
saying you had COVID
yeah,
3 times.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, well this has been great.
That's still it's yeah, it's an honor to to be speaking to somebody who had such a big part in that that scene, coming up. I mean, seeing you in a video, seeing your art, like, you can tell you were right there. Like that's
It's just my wife is my wife. My life has been just like part of, like, I think it's part of my ADHD. It's just like I'm always getting into things, and so luckily I've panned out and not killed myself. So
Yeah, no,
but we're
yeah,
grateful for that. And I think there's a bunch of other veterans that are going to see this, and they're going to be inspired. And at least I hope they are. I am. I found a lot out today and seen things that make me feel a lot more able to keep going on for what I'm trying to
I
do.
mean, seriously, it's like I for many years I was in a bad dark spot, and it does pan out. It's like through the grace of God and luck, I did well. I unlike a lot of our brothers and sisters. So
yeah. I mean, there's so many resources for veterans out there. Like,
yeah,
I remember going to the VA, I guess in 2017, and I saw this flyer for what do they call it? They called it for they saw a flyer for adaptive sports, and Sado Karate was on there, and that's where I met you because they offer a discount or for free
yeah,
for veterans. I mean, there's like tons of things. I'm sure you know other members or this guy uh, Joey Joseph Brooks. He is like the Vietnam vet sniper. He goes to Sado Karate also and does fencing.
yeah.
There's like here in New York, there's like you do horseback riding, fencing, yoga, karate. There's so many, and if you're a veteran out there and you're lost, just try to find a hobby, go to YouTube.
Yeah,
You can learn how to like look up instructional videos on how to play guitar, how to learn how to
yeah.
illustrate. Like definitely it's good to like have a
I,
hobby.
I, I've I've found like when you were in your worst, deepest moments, like if I could do something with my hands, like I like drawing was always good. It was a great outlet for me. But recently, I've learned the joy of like putting rocks together. I'm repairing the stone walls. I have a house in Connecticut, and some of those stones are like 200 years old,
Mm.
the walls, and I've been repairing them, and it's just been for me very cathartic. Just getting mortar and putting rocks together and shaping. And I almost ended my drawing career though. I dropped a rock and I
Oh
tried to
man.
catch it, and it pinched between another rock.
Oh
And,
man.
and it's been a week and a half, but this nail is definitely going to come off.
Wow, that seems brutal.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
thankful you still got it, man. That's, oh my goodness, that'd have been horrible. But I mean, I hear you on that. Like I said, I'm a guitar player, and I know for me, I like bike riding or
Yeah.
hitting some golf balls on a driving range. And it sounds like, you two have karate. I mean, it's
Yeah.
that's another thing I've noticed. It seems like vets are really good uh, staying active and working their minds. That's another quick thing I wanted to point to anybody who's watching, might be going through a situation. As you can see, we're three vets just talking right now, and that's one of the things I love about the vet community. I think it's better than any fraternity or anything you could be a
yeah.
part of. Like I meet people all the time that we just have good conversations, and you feel like your friend like that, and yeah, seeing talking to you today and talking to Scott together. I know it's multi-generational aspect here, but it's a really cool feeling to be a part of that. I appreciate you guys a lot.
Yeah, we are one big family. We all have the commonality of all of serving. We sacrificed to when we did our service, and then unfortunately, most branches, like when you get out, they don't. There is no real support when you first get out, and you're left on your own. But like Scott was saying, there are now better services for us. But like when I got out, I just drowned myself in a bottle. So
Yeah, it's like I remember getting out and I had like a pamphlet of like maybe do these things. I don't even remember. I was just like it is like because then you have to like because you're in the military, you have everything
you can go to sick call, you can go to whatever.
Yeah.
But now you got to figure out like, oh, I got to go to the VA and get all this bureaucratic paperwork done. You know,
Or
it takes its time, but you'll get through it.
like it was like, wait, I have to do my own taxes? How do you
Yeah.
do that? Like,
Yeah. So
I
many.
hit that one. Yeah, that was me too.
There's a lot to consider for sure.
yeah.
Well,
Is
yeah.
there any words for maybe the younger vets that are just getting out, or somebody looking at, doing another term or doing reserve? Is there anything you want to say to the young man who might have been in your shoes?
I just like, just I was saying, just don't let yourself go so deep without reaching out to someone if you're feeling, lost. Just there, the community is out there. Always reach out. Um, Always, try and stay positive. I mean, it's hard to say. And like I didn't take my own advice when I got out. I just went, off the deep end, and I really didn't think I was going to make it to 40, let alone I'm 59 now. So, but only can get better,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's big words, and I think you're a testament to just
I'm a
live
blind.
your life, and you'll do you'll if you live your life, I think you'll make what you want happen. And I know
Yeah,
there's all kinds of side streets, but yeah, seriously, Joe, I can't say thank you enough for sharing your story with us today and all the members of Vets That Rock. And I hope they all will be checking out your art and purchasing it and keeping you going for another 20 years.
yeah, me too. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna have please check out Joey's Instagram. It is gonna be below here. We're gonna list it on when we air this. And thank you for being our October guest, man. That was awesome.
Thank
This
you
has been
guys.
great. And yeah, stick around for the end of October, or probably it'll be aired maybe in November. The Wounded Warriors Family Support are coming on our channel, and they'll be doing giving us a talk about their organization and how they help out the families of veterans that have been either wounded or have some sort of traumatic stress. Really good organization that they have. So yeah, thank you guys.
Right.
And
Thank you.
as always, ladies and gentlemen, if there's another veteran that you'd like us to speak to, or someone that you'd like us to cover from the past, put their name down in the comments. Any kind of actor, artist, photographer, musician, we want to talk about them. This is our community, our channel. And thank you so much for being a part of it, as always. And I
Yes.
am the Zach Rabbit.
Yes. And yeah, give a like and subscribe, and please check out Joey's artwork. Really inspirational for us to have him on the show. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
All right.